The disappointing reality of dating as a Black woman. Laurensmithfields, a 23-year-old, beautiful, vibrant college student, was discovered lifeless in her Connecticut apartment on December 12, 2021, by a 37-year-old white male that she had met on a popular dating app. Laurensmithfields' family has been the voice of Laurensmithfields since gaining the knowledge of Lauren's passing. Laurensmithfields' family has not only been stricken with grief of losing a daughter and a sister, but also having to deal with the heartbreaking injustices that are surrounding Lauren's case. The devastating reality of it all is the lack of respect and disregard the family has received from this investigation. From the investigating officers, it has been stated that the family was not notified of Lauren's passing. This shows how racially insensitive the Connecticut Justice Department really is. The complete reflection of what racial inequality in the United States look like. The sensitive nature of this case is growing day by day as the family continues to fight for the justice of Laurensmithfields, speaking the truth about her daughter and their sister, while fighting against the cruel practices of structural racism that tries to create a narrative about Lauren that simply isn't true, to cover the steps of a white man who is considered America's greatest treasure. I would like to reflect back a few months when the case of Gabby submerged, a white girl who was supposedly murdered by her fiance. Not only did she reach national news, but she was plastered all over billboards as people chanted, "Where's Gabby?" Where is the same respect for Laurensmithfields, a beautiful, vibrant Black girl who was 23 years old, with a whole life ahead of her, a vibrant future? Her life matters too. Where is the justice for Laurensmithfields? Currently, 2 detectives has been suspended for the mishandling of Laurensmithfields' case. The mayor has stepped in to put the 2 officers on leave. Now, the real concerning question at hand: what is truly going on in Bridgepoint, Connecticut? On the same day, another woman body was discovered. The woman has been identified as 53-year-old Brenda Lee Rawls, whose family has similar allegations against the Bridgepoint, Connecticut Police Department, stating that they were not notified of their loved one passing. The cases are very similar between Brenda Lee Rawls and Laurensmithfields. Not only were they discovered on the same day deceased, they were located at the same police precinct. Brenda Lee Rawls supposedly spent the night with a male friend who said that he tried to wake her during the morning and she was non-responsive. The police was notified, picked Brenda Lee Rawls' body up, and never notified the family of her passing. We have to get to the bottom of what's really going on in Bridgepoint, Connecticut, because this just isn't sitting well with me. The taunting and devastating reality of it all is that a beautiful young woman by the name of Laurensmithfields, who was 23 years old, and a woman by the name of Brenda Lee Rawls, 53 years old, was taken away from their families and their communities, that left a lingering and daunting reality that the family is in the midst of a fight for justice, when justice should be a direct given. This is a hard topic, and it's time for the world to wake up and realize that equality is important and it's needed. The daunting reality is that there is an emptiness left behind, a huge question mark of what really happened to Laurensmithfields. What happened to her? What were her final thoughts? Brenda Lee Rawls. What happened to her? As the families march and chant justice for Lauren, I can't help but my eyes fill with tears as I weep with the family. For this has been a great injustice, and it's time for a major shift to happen in American culture. This cannot continue to happen to our Black women. Our Black women deserve to be protected as well. And the sad truth about it all is that now we have this arising of toxic Black male supposed relationship coaches who's giving out misinformation, stating that if you're dating a woman and you take her out after 5 p.m., you're guaranteed sex. If that isn't the most bizarre nonsense that I've ever heard, but it's putting our Black women in danger. Because men have this idea that if I go out with this woman after this time, I am guaranteed sex. People should not be able to make bold statements like that on podcasts and on shows, putting out this misinformation and planting it in people's heads, making them believe that this type of behavior is okay. This is so disheartening. Say their name. Laurensmithfields. Say her name. Brenda Lee Rawls. The racial injustices surrounding both of these cases is heartbreaking and sadly shows the forefront of racism in this country. Let's have a moment of silence for both of these women who has lost their lives so soon. That will conclude this week's episode of HealthyEqualsHeal-Thy podcast. Hello, beautiful people. You have just experienced the Healthy Equals Heal Thy podcast, where we do have uncomfortable conversations in order to expand our minds, to push us on our own unique journeys to becoming our greater selves. I would like to thank each and every one of you who did tune in to this week's episode, and I definitely hope to see you back next week on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where a new episode will be provided every week on Fridays. I want each and every one of you to know that you are absolutely beautiful and you are definitely worthy of living the life that you desire to live. And once again, I want you to understand that you are worthy to smile. So don't forget to smile today because you are definitely deserving to. And until next time, my loves, I am signing off for now, and I will see each and every one of you next week, Friday.